Hey everyone. Give me 1 minute. I'm gonna try something new today, so I wanted to give me an extra minute there. I don't think that's gonna work. All right, I'll have to try it later. I'll have to try that later. I was trying to get some Bluetooth to work, but I'm not really quite sure how to get it to work. Can you hear me good? All right, let's do this for now. All right, everybody. Hello, hello, hello. Oh, hold on. What the heck is this? Oh, that's what that is. Okay, I'll get that cable out the way. Yep, all right. So, hi everyone, my name is Chris Collected. I am an artist based here in Phoenix. I do resin crafting, rug tufting, and sewing. And I do it all online so you can watch. And then I sell it locally or online at hofirugs.com or hofirugs on Instagram. So, what we're going to do today is chilling with Chris at the end of the month. It's been a long month, a quick one. I mean, being as it is February, it was a quick one, right? But that's all right. Last one of the month. All right, let me check. Yeah, I was about to say it's 27. Yeah, I was like, what's today's date? Like, yeah, it's 27 today. So, what we're going to do is, blam. I talked about it last time, and so I think we're going to make 2 of them. We'll see if I should have plenty of time to make 2, and plenty of glue here to make 2 as well, I think. It says make 1, but we'll see. If not, this is just Elmer's glue, so we can always make more. But all right, so what we're going to make here is this little star, and then it's going to have a bunch of LEDs in it, and then that's going to be like hanging in the background of my market stall, just to kind of, have something cute to people to look at. What it started out as is this little guy right here. It's just an inflatable balloon. It came with 2 of them, and then I've gone ahead and inflated it and tied the little ribbon on the bottom there. And there you go. Now it's ready to go. All right. So what we're going to do next is not too bad. The steps are there's only 4 steps that we're going to do today, and then a total of 8 steps, but one of them's hang it up. So that's not really, and one's turn the lights on. That's not really, that's not really much there. All right. So what we're going to do is first inflate your star. Inflate it, which we have done. Blam. Star is inflated. Step 2, soak your string in grippy glue. So what we're going to do is switch. Boom, there you go. So this is what it came with. That's what it came with. And so you just put it in here. This is just, an old measuring dish. What it came with is, they call it grippy glue. But I smell it and I can kind of like see it, and it's basically just a thicker version of Elmer's glue. Yeah, I mean, that's Elmer's glue. Like, it's one of those things, I know you can't smell it, but just kind of look at it. That's like Elmer's glue, Also says get a spoon. You can kind of spoon it out. I almost feel like Elmer's glue with corn syrup in it or something, because it seems extra sticky. Oh yeah, it's really thick. I would also say this is a used product, and if you look at the top here, clearly quite old, because I didn't do any of that. Like all of that like rust or whatever that is, I didn't do that. I opened it that way. So I can only assume that, you know, oh, you know what? I didn't put my gloves on first. It did come with gloves, but I'm not gonna use those ones. I'm gonna use mine instead. Which, for anyone that is curious, I have recently switched my brand. I now exclusively use Glovezilla. Not sponsored, not sponsored. But I thought they were really good. 2-ply, they are, let's see, rip resistant, raised scale gloves. So you can see the back side and the front side is actually like a scale, like scaly. And then extra thick. Yeah. But yeah, large size for me. I bought 1,000 of them, so you'll be seeing them for quite some time. Because I bought 1,000 of them. So we're gonna use mine instead of these like cheap plastic ones that they gave me. Because these ones are much better and obviously actually fit my hands instead of these loose ones, right? Like I can either put this one on afterwards and it will still be probably loose. Yeah, see what I'm saying? It's like cheap. So we're not gonna worry about that part. It says to soak your string, empty the jar into a bowl, place the entire spool of thread without unrolling it or be tough to work with into the glue, prod it to make sure all is coated, which is what I'm doing right now. And of course we gotta get both sides of it. That's why I said it must have cornstarch in it, because look how thick it is. But I think we're gonna try another one in a little bit after I finish this one, depending on how long it takes, and then we'll try it just with Elmer's glue. Because obviously this is acrylic yarn, which I have a ton of, and it came with 2 balloons, so I figured might as well make 2. All right, wrap your star. Wearing the included gloves, wind the string all around, crisscrossing in every direction. Make sure to cover all points as well as the center. On both front and back, make sure to cover the very first segment to keep it from sliding loose. As you work, slide the string between your fingers to remove excess glue. If you spot an area without glue, use your fingers to add a bit more. You may want to ask a friend or family member to hold the balloon for you as you wrap. When done, tuck the end of the string under itself to hold it in place. If the string gets caught or knotted as you're wrapping, don't worry, you can cut it and continue to the next piece. So, I obviously don't have anyone here to help me. You know, where's my Patreon subscribers when I need them, huh? But that's all right. So what we're going to do is move that out of the way. Ooh, you know what? Actually, nah, it's fine. This shirt can get ruined. I don't care. This shirt is quite old, so it can get ruined. Let's see, what's gonna be the best camera angle for this? And so something that you can notice right off the bat is gonna be the inside is still dry. So you gotta keep doing it over and over and just, you know, getting that, working it in there over and over again. That's also why it said not to not to go. All right. And then if you notice, this is a silicone mat I have. This is the same silicone mat I use when I'm doing my resin crafting. So hopefully, I'll still be able to use it when we finish this. Yeah. Well, that's cool, CFL. Hopefully I'll see you then for sure, you know. You can come to one of my local market events and see me there. One second. Being as I don't have anyone else, I will have to have a few paper towels on hand, but I can do stuff like this. So you just won't see me for the next little bit, but honestly, it was, you know, it was going to be half a screen and half a screen, and it just wasn't going to work. Again, as you can see now, it's dry again. So, you know, just put more on. Alrighty then. Victoria. And then next time, what will happen, well, I'll do it probably as a live, like I probably won't do it as a live stream, but just like a little video or short or something, and I'll put lights on it. Because this has to dry first, then you can put the lights on it. Anyways, hopefully everyone had a great month this year. Like always, you know, these last days are not necessarily, you know, I'm not really have a ton of plans or anything for it. It's just kind of to hang out with you guys. You know, if anything happened in your month, good or bad, feel free to comment on it and we can talk about it. Otherwise, for me, I did an acupuncture appointment this month. That was really nice. Obviously, I wouldn't be doing this right now without it. Oh yeah, it's going to be very pretty. What I think was smart that this company did was that they're using this kind of like multicolored thread. And so obviously right off the bat, that's going to be prettier than if it was just one solid color. And as you can see, there's really no rhyme or reason to how I am doing it. I'm kind of just looking add it. This is definitely one of those things is I could see me. Yeah, Thursday is the end of the month. Yeah. I know, right? You know, February is always like that, right? It just happens so fast. See? Go this way. Let's go that way. Let's go that way. Let's go this way. Let's go this way. Let's go that way. So I'm kind of hoping that I'll be able to save the balloon, because then obviously I'll be able to make more of them. If I can't save the balloon, then I cannot make more of them. Or actually, I was kind of thinking about it the other day. I was like, once I learned this as a technique, I could go to the dollar store, buy balloons of any shape, right? And then start doing it to those ones too. Which I thought would be fun. Yeah. My next event will be in March on St. Patrick's Day, which is like 2 Sundays from now. So I'm excited about that one. I'll have a bunch of new merchandise, whether it be bags or boxes or all kinds of fun stuff. Really starting to come together now, you know? Oh yeah, of course it's a good idea. Yeah. But also a good idea for you guys to buy online as well, you know? So I'll make sure I'm going to update the website next month. I think the idea is in the future that I'm going to update it just once a month is essentially what the idea is from now on. And so it's going to be, I'm thinking the first Tuesday of the month, well, I'll drop new merchandise. The last Tuesday of the month, we will, have this live stream and kind of go over my sales, and we can go over, today I'll have this on sale because it's been on for a month, and you know what I mean? So that way it can hopefully encourage some sales while during the live stream. I was actually watching someone else's live stream yesterday, and they were doing that, and I was like, oh, that's a good idea. I was like, I should do that too. And he had basically like a coupon that was only going when the live stream was going. So I was like, oh, that's a clever idea. That's the thing is, a lot of people have been doing the internet for 10 plus years. I've only been doing it for 1. So some of those kind of ideas, I'm like, oh yeah, I never thought about that yet. Yeah, exactly. I think it sounds like a good plan too. Because that's really the biggest goal for this year is regularity. I want you guys to expect stuff from me. That way I can also expect those same things from myself, right? I know what I'm doing every week, and it makes my schedule and life a heck of a lot easier. Mm-hmm. All right, let's get some more on there. And that way also encourage people to come to these live streams. You know, I mean, that's why I did it at the end of the month. The whole concept is kind of like, hey, come hang out with me, you know? You can unwind from your month while I unwind from mine. But then, you know, I need a strong start to the month too. Actually, something that I wanted to discuss today was that I finally have some idea of like where this company is going. So for the longest time, it was kind of just a company and I really didn't know what I wanted to do. And so I finally have, you know, some good indications of what I want to do with my life. And so I kind of want to discuss that with y'all today. And one of them was that I finally have a new long-term goal in my life, which is that I want to create a little activity bus. And so the idea is I would go to someone's market event, or I could even go to like a school and have a sewing machine, have, you know, a 3D embroidery machine, have, you know, all that kind of stuff. A glow forge, which is like making laser engraved, and then have it as a little bus that people can, you know, buy something at a market, then come to me and have it customized. And I would also have some standard products too, you know, based on the holiday or based on whatever the event I'm at. So something spooky, or, you know, if I'm at a festival or something, then it's like, all right, here's, you know, with the band's name on it, or with, you know, if I'm at a museum, then it could be with a museum exhibit or something. The idea being that it works with everyone else's business and is itself a charity business. So this whole company will eventually turn into a charity. Well, technically what they call like a charity business. I forget the proper term for it, but there's a proper term for like a business that it's not really operating for profit as much as it's operating for the good of the community. And so that's the idea now. And it's gonna be like 5 years from now, so like, you know, don't expect anything overnight to happen, you know. It's just something that I've realized when I do these market events, that the best part is when I get to interact with others. And if I could only do that for the rest of my life, I would. And so I realized, I was like, well, you know what? I should do that then. I should want to do that, right? And so I looked into like, you know, what I want to do. And yeah, it's like, if you ever look into things called glow forges or any kind of 3D printing or on this kind of stuff. And I had gotten into it a little while ago during 2020 and the pandemic and all that. But then, you know, I was like, I need a job. I need a real thing to do. So I kept, you know, just put it on the back burner, you know, I'll get to it eventually. And so I've looked into it and it's just like, all right, I want to be what I would call a companion business. So your business can thrive and mine can thrive because I can customize your stuff. So you can buy a t-shirt from a guy who, say, tie-dyes his own t-shirts, and then I could embroider your name on it. That way, I'm not stealing from any other creators or anything like that, and, you know, instead having something that's good for the community. And I could take it, you know, all over the country. I could take it anywhere in the world, and it still be a viable little business, right? It still be a cool little fun thing for everyone to do. And they're coming very popular, you know, the 3D embroidery, 3D, you know, designs and all this stuff. So that's my latest idea. Obviously, I'm still doing this for, you know, quite some more time. Like, you know, I'm not in any rush to stop doing this job. That's why I said 3 to 5 years from now, because I really want to get some good experience, you know, making products, selling products, you know, doing accounting and all those kind of little things that need to be done for a business. Marketing and sign making and, you know, all the little things that need to be done. So that's, you know, a new goal of mine, to be like a little helper, kind of like Santa's little helper, but for every little business. You know, I grew up and I would go to these pancake breakfasts. And what would happen at Little Pancake Breakfast is that everyone would get to meet Santa Claus. And then before they got to meet Santa Claus, there was a little place where everyone would go around and they would shop. And I think, you know, it just impacted me more than I realized as a kid. Because even as an adult, that's essentially still what I want. I want to be one of those people at the pancake breakfast selling goods and selling all this. And I was like, man, how cool would it have been if I could have had it customized with, you know, I love mom on it, or, you know, I love my school on it or something. It's like, I just thought it was such a cool idea. So hopefully everyone else thinks it's a cool idea too. But yeah, that's my kind of goal next 3 to 5 years, to buy a little like activity bus, like basically like think of it. Oh, well, the idea is it's a charity business. And so I forget the exact, like, you know, there's 501c4s, there's all these kind of things. And of course you are selling those goods. So like, you know, the time to make the laser engraved thing and all that, it's for sale. So the idea would be like, you know, I go to a person and be like, hey, you just bought that, like, you know, even the stuff that I make, right? Like this guy. I could make something like this and then sell it to them and then be like, all right, for an extra $5, I'll engrave it. I will embroider it for you. You know, so I mean, that's why I say charity and business, because I wanted it to be a business, you know, have some money, but at the same time, I would love to be able to donate some of that time and go to underprivileged youth, go to, centers where people just don't have a lot of money, where it's homeless shelters or things like that, and be like, all right, let me customize this thing for you, and obviously get paid by other people because it's a charity there, right? So, you know, I would raise funds and then do that by raising funds, but also at the time, you know, charging people that can be charged, and then donating my time when I can, whether to like foster kids or, you know, whoever. You know, it's just one of those things that I realize is like profit is just not my main concern. You know, it's just, unfortunately, I'm just not ruthless. Yeah, a non-profit organization. Yeah, that's the word I'm looking for. Exactly, yeah. Yeah, that's the word I'm looking for. Not-for-profit. I forget the exact definition of it, of like a business that is a business, but it specifically is a charity. And so there's different taxes on it and different things like that. But yeah, that's just kind of the goal nowadays. I've been thinking about it for years. I mean, before this company even started, I went and bought like a 3D printer and started using it and realized I was like, man, this is so cool, but not necessarily what I wanted to do right now. And so I was like, okay, you know, let me focus on other things. And then now that I've had more time on my hands, I look at it and I go, okay, I can't wait to use this thing soon enough, you know? That's just how I am. Yeah, exactly. That's the kind of idea. That's why I said 3 to 5 years, because it's like, you know, as you can clearly tell, I don't have a business plan. I don't have it, you know, all worked out just yet. What is it going to be? Is it going to be an embroidery machine or a glow forge and yada yada? Like, I don't know all the answers right now, and I'm not really trying to say that I do, you know. But that's why I said 3 to 5 years from now, because this YouTube is not going to go very far. I mean, no offense to all my fans, but, you know, 2-3 people is not going to make a business. So, you know, I have to look at the future and go, okay, what can I do that I actually enjoy, but also could be useful? Because I'd rather be useful. Like, I don't know why. It's just, I always thought, even since the time I was a kid, I was like, I want to be a firefighter. I want to be something society-based. I've always wanted to be that way. I don't know why. I just think it was always something part of my life. I know my parents and grandparents and everything, they were always kind of part of the community as well. And so it's like, you know, just a part of my life. So yeah, that's just kind of something that I've been thinking about a lot lately. And something that you'll see me like talking more and more about as we go, you know, forwards in time. For the next couple of years, you might see me buying something or something like that and just being like, all right, you know. Because I'm running low. Where did I put it? I meant to find this beforehand. Where did I put it? Had it the other day. Where did I put it? Right there. What the heck did I do with it? 1 second. do. Had it the other day. Okay. I just had it the other day. Where did I put it? Oh, you know what? I have some upstairs. Hey, 1 second. Ooh. All right, give me some new gloves. Yeah, I was just running out of glue, so I was trying to get it. Yeah, but you know, that's the idea. Just something, because I mean, I've always wanted to do something like that. Help people, you know. But yeah, so that's my idea for the next couple years. The company won't change in terms of like, I still want it to be called the House of Improvements or something along that line. Because I mean, the concept doesn't really necessarily change. It's still making stuff. But you know, definitely make sure to stay subscribed and all that, because this channel ain't going nowhere. As I see myself doing this for the next 20 or 30 years easily. Even when it turns into more of a charity and all that, it'll just be me being like, hey, here's this cool project and here's how to do something with your kids. Like, it's gonna be that kind of stuff. Because I mean, that's the stuff I love. Like this right here that I'm doing, that's the stuff that I love the most. Like I love making this right now. It's just so silly and goofy and you know what I mean? Like I bought it for what? $5, you know what I mean? Bought it for $5 and you know, we'll be able to use it and make something cool out of it. And it's like, you know, you just don't get a lot of bargains anymore. You know, when I was growing up, that was, you know, I'm a clearance shopper kind of guy. Like I've always been that way. And so, you know, it's just, it was kind of the continuation of that idea of like, how do I make a business that's profitable, but also that I like? And I thought, you know, the only way to really do that for me is a charity. Or a non-profit organization. Yeah, that's why I said 3 to 5 years, because that's definitely something that I want to continue on, is, you know, working with, you know, Maricopa County, working with Arizona and stuff. And there was this guy I was seeing at one point, and he works for the Maricopa Society. It's called One Maricopa, and it's like they make all the gay pride events and all that kind of stuff. And so at one point I was going to start working with them, but you know, then we stopped seeing each other, and I was like, well, that's going to be awkward to be around you. So I was like, nah, we just won't do it. But at one point I was going to help them. I mean, I've been thinking about it for a while. I just hadn't decided on it until recently, and now it's like, it's the only thing in my mind of like, okay, I really want to look into it, and just, you know, now I have a reason to get good at accounting or get good at, you know, business, because I was like, I can finally have a goal towards this. Because this YouTube is fun and everything, but I never really, like, you know, I didn't really have a long-term goal of like how rich I would be from it or successful or whatever. It was just kind of I didn't know what to do, and I always wanted to do YouTube, so I was like, all right, I'll just do this. But now I actually kind of know it's something that I mean, I could see myself doing the activity bus thing for, you know, easily a decade or two and being very happy the whole time. Because I'm helping kids out, I'm helping families out, I'm helping gay people out and straight people out, you know, helping people make custom stuff, but also affordable prices too. That's, I guess, part of the charity part of it too, of just being like, all right, I don't have to sit there and be like, well, my bottom line is the only thing that matters to me. Because unfortunately, you just see that too much nowadays, where the bottom line is the only line, and you're just like, okay, but, you know, what else? You see that thing with Wendy's? Wendy's is gonna start charging people based on the time of day. So you come at noon, it's gonna be a different price than if you come at 4 o'clock in the afternoon. And so it's kind of stuff like that, right? Like the rest of the world is getting so ruthless. I was like, the only way forwards for me is the opposite. But yeah, I'm super excited about it. I hope you guys are also super excited about it, because, you know, you guys will hopefully stay subscribed and all that, and just know that, you know, the channel will change. But oh yeah, they're using digital menu boards, and in 2025 they plan on launching it, and it will be the ability to change prices at a whim. So some guy in the back could just be changing the prices just as they see you walk in and be like, all right, I bet he'll spend an extra $1, or, you know, based on the time of day, so lunch will cost you more than maybe dinner will or something. And again, not illegal, right? Like, no one's stopping them. So it's kind of one of those things. It's like, yeah, no one stops them, then why would they stop? So, you know, I was just something that I thought about. I've been reading a lot about, you know, anti-work stuff and all this. And I was like, all right, well, the only way forwards for me is this kind of charity and doing stuff that I actually enjoy. And hopefully you guys enjoy watching, participating, and buying stuff. Hopefully the music today has been really good. I know. Well, that's the crazy, you know, that's the country you live in. But yeah. Hope everyone had a really good day, really good week, really good month. I'll be doing at least 2 live streams next month. Next month is going to be a bit of an experiment, because 2 days from now, my StreamYard account will expire. StreamYard is $400 a year. So you can imagine, you know, I'm just not making that money out of these live streams, and so I'm going to try to do it strictly through YouTube from now on. So we'll see how it works. If not, you might start seeing a little StreamYard logo on the bottom corner when I do live streams. It just felt like it was getting a little loose there in some of the pieces, so I'm just going to kind of pat it with some more. Nice. Yep. Hope your RV trip is, you know, really nice and safe and everything. All right, only a tiny bit more to go. I think we're just gonna do the one for today. Awesome. My temperature was also very low, or very good. I didn't mean low, but very good, so I was happy about that too. All right, now we're getting to crunch time, so I gotta make sure that everything's gotten done. Oh yeah, it's getting good, getting good and warm. I don't like winter. I'm a summer guy, so. My birthday's in May, and so I always, I think I'm just more of a summer, spring kind of guy, you know? But yeah, super excited about the future of the company and about just like even the present of the company. He's doing really, I'm really excited about where I am right now and where I'm going. And I hope your month and the next month in March is excellent. And if not, then hopefully the content that I provide will help, alleviate a little bit of that stress for you. I will still be doing, resin crafting. Ooh, actually, one last thing that I wanted to mention today. So in May, I will officially stop doing resin crafting. Resin ultimately is, a hazardous material. And so I don't really want to keep doing it. I liked it because it was fun, and at the same time, it's also very dangerous. And so what I'm going to be switching to is what back in the day they would call plaster of Paris, but nowadays they call eco resin. And it's not necessarily the same as plaster of Paris, but the same concept. It's water mixed with a powder instead of doing, there we go. Instead of doing the liquid that turns into a solid, it's instead, this one is all about a liquid that goes into a powder. You sieve the powder and everything, and you get this really cool hardened shell. So that's what I'm going to be switching to in May. I will no longer be doing resin crafting and instead switching over to the eco resin. It's just healthier. And it will look exactly like concrete. When it's dry, it kind of looks like concrete. You might have seen them if you go to local markets. You might have seen other people selling them. For the last couple years, it was kind of hard to find it, and so no one was really buying it. But in the last 2 years, it's become really easy to find. And so therefore, I will be switching entirely over to that. No more regular resin for me. Just for safety concerns, if everyone's curious about why. But I'll still be making videos every week. That's not going to change. Still videos, but it'll just be a different type of resin. An eco-friendly resin. Technically, they say you can paint them, you can do anything you want to it. It's just like resin. It's just not clear. It's going to be solid. It's going to look like concrete or anything like that, but you can paint it, you can dye it, you can put a stencil on top of it, paint that stencil, and then seal it. So it's sealable as well. So you can make coasters, planters, organizers, anything you can do in resin, you can do in eco resin. It's just a little more eco-friendly. Like, it's not a biohazard. Because, technically, resin, like epoxy resin, you need a full face mask, you need a lot of safety precautions, whereas this stuff is not as bad. It's not perfect, but it's not as bad. But yeah, everybody. Thank y'all so much for watching. Here it is. If you're curious what the next step is, I have to wait till it dries. But essentially then I put this on there, which is LEDs. So I got an eye infection in this eye, then an eye infection in this eye, and then, oh, sorry, my bad. This one, then this one, then this one. And I'm not sure if it was the resin or not, because I've also been cleaning my house. Like, if you look, right, like all of that was in that room. And now it's here. All of this is for sale. Like all those Funko Pops are for sale. All of that is for sale. Like probably 200 pieces of something of stuff for sale. So it's like, you know, I kind of just realized I was like, I have too much stuff, and the resin, it could have been the dust, it could have been the resin. I really don't know what it is. You know what I'm saying? I don't know what it was that caused it, but I'm thinking, like, I've been watching a lot of videos on it, and people are just like, look, there's no reason if you're selling, like if you're selling resin, you can keep doing it. But everyone's basically on the forums and all the things are just like, why? If you're doing it occasionally or for like YouTube videos like this, just switch. You know what I mean? Like everyone was like, just switch. And I was like, you know what? You're right. So I have 2 things left of it. I've never used this one, which is deep pour resin. And then I have a brand new one of these, which is 1 gallon of resin. Once I use these 2 up, that's it for the resin. I'll switch over to the Eco resin, which I don't have yet, but it's called Jesmonite. Jesmonite, Jesmonite, which is just essentially a crushed up rock mixed with water and it hardens. Ta-da, like it's pretty simple, but it looks like concrete, stuff like that. So yeah, everyone, thank y'all so much for watching. Take good care of yourself and see you on the next video. Absolutely. You too, CFL. Thank you so much, Debbie Doo and CFL, for coming out. A lot of talking today in this video. But yeah, so remember to trust in yourself, honor yourself and others, and create a world that's safer for everyone, which, as I said today, that is my goal. I'm gonna trust in myself that I can make that activity bus. I'm gonna honor myself and others by making a business that only helps me, but helps the community, and makes a safer world for everyone by promoting STEM and positivity through all my artwork and through my businesses. So that's how I'm making it all happen. Hopefully you guys can do the same in your lives. I love you guys, I love myself. Trust in yourself, honor yourself and others, and create a world that's safer for everyone. See you on the next one. I'll have a video coming out Thursday of resin crafting. Ooh, hold on. So, thinking of resin crafting, I just did this video. You guys will never see it, I don't think, because I put the wrong hardener in it and it squished. So this should be this. This and this are the same thing. They're the exact same thing. Exact same mold and everything like that. But this one, I did it correctly. This one, I did not do correctly. It's literally like squishy. But see, this is what I'm talking about. Like, see, that's not good. Like, if I mess up, if I screw up, this is what you get, right? So I just ruined like $20 worth of stuff for nothing, right? So it's like, get the better stuff, better result, and more cost efficient. Like, duh, you know what I mean? So it's all about improving, right? That's the whole company, right? It's all about improving. And I tried something. I love resin, and you might see me do it every once in a while, but from May onwards, or really once I finish those 2, I'll be doing EcoCrete only. But yeah, thank y'all so much. I love you guys. Hope you love my little star in the cute. And then that's the other side. And then it just hangs up, you know, you just basically a little hanger, and then doop, 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 and then this will be popped. I'll pop the little balloon and we'll put lights on it and it'll be really cool. Bye y'all. See ya. Yeah. Well, I can't see them on StreamYard, no. But yeah, thank y'all. Bye. Thanks, bye. Bye.